sad that we live in an America that has moved further and further to the left since this country started. It's sad that we live in a country where the left is so radical. When hearing this data, it may seem like both sides are radical and divided, but the reality is that what's considered center has moved so far to the left that just by using common sense and facts, that makes you now a conservative. Because common sense is so uncommon. And I think a big reason people on the right are so opposed to the left is because the left has become a runaway train. There is no telling where they will stop. And the reality is they will never stop moving to the left. It's only a question of how close, how far they can take us down the road of socialism. And that's why hardworking families are hell-bent on stopping that from happening. Because many of us know that once our country is too far down that road, there's no turning back. And the price that will be paid, the country that will truly be lost at that point, will be devastating. So while everyone being center is a nice concept for David French, it's not rooted in any idea of what center actually means. And I don't think the solution is for us to become radical leftists as well, or to become centrists just to close this divide, but rather to convince people to join our side and to talk about our values and to fight for them. America depends on us. One area in which most Americans do agree is political correctness. Most Americans are against it and are tired of it. That's right, people on both sides of the aisle. I couldn't agree more. It's absurd. Listen to what happened to ESPN anchor Sage Steele. She said of the COVID-19 vaccine that she respects an individual's decision to get the vaccine, but to mandate it is sick and it's scary to me, she says. She also expressed how tired she is of the race mantra. As a mixed race, half black, half white woman, she said that she questioned Obama's decision to identify as black. She said, quote, "Well, congratulations to the president. That's his thing. I think that's fascinating considering his black dad was nowhere to be found, but his white mom and grandma raised him. But hey, you do you, I'm going to do me," she says. The ironic thing about her getting suspended for saying this is that her words aren't her opinion. They're literally true. Obama is half black, half white, and he was abandoned by his black father and raised by his white mother. Pick up his book, Dreams from My Father, or read a biography about Obama, and you'll see this for yourself as well. As Steele was suspended, ESPN claimed they were, quote, having direct conversations with Sage, and those conversations will remain private. Steele, however, has since apologized for these comments, sadly, saying, quote, "I know my recent comments created controversy for the company, and I apologize." How sad. One has to apologize for merely having an opinion or stating a fact. And she said these things actually not on ESPN at her job, but during a podcast interview she did. Ironically, even in that same podcast interview, she said, quote, "But I have a job that I love, and frankly, a job that I need. I don't know what comes next, but I do know for me personally, I feel like defeated," she says. So this foreshadows her fear of losing her job, honestly. And I think many Americans fear that as well, whether you're losing your job due to political correctness or not getting the vaccine, or whatever it is. NPR even came out with a recent article titled, quote, "Faced with losing their jobs, even the most hesitant are getting vaccinated." As if that's a good thing, as if it's a good thing that people are being threatened and doing this out of fear. It is at the point where people are being beaten into submission so that they can do the most fundamental things like make a living. Isn't it sad that this is what this country has come to? And this is celebrated by the left. No wonder our country is divided.